Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Winston. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
On 3rd down, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Ready.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
6 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Leonard Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Right there, 54. Right. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Jaguar first down.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
One tight end. Hey. Hey, we are.
Shoot.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
So deep. Double tight, guy. Double tight.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Minshew sets to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready, blue ready.
Mike 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Follow.
Jameis to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
15 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 14. Bengals 7.
Ready, blue ready.
Mike 44. That's the pass.
Mixon with a first down carry. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Check nickel.
On first down, Mixon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch twitch. Watch.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 2nd down and 4, Winston escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
Check. You ain't going.
Jameis now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
At the Jaguars' 18-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Winston. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Winston. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Let's go. At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
30 base.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's got the hook up to Lee. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
18 on the play.
Let's go now. 18.
Use the mic. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he finds a man with a crossing route.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they could do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And the Jaguar first down.
This quarterback now Hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready to break.
65, 65.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Fournette. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Ready.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
On the ready.
52's the mic. Too little, cut.
Throwing on second down. Minshew completes it to Lee. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's our time.
Look at me, zipper.
Check 52, come on.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
6-3, 218, jump.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Minshew, he'll take a shot for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready? Black, what is that?
Watch my board. You must be dreaming.
Tommy.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Watch the safety creep. Wide, get wide.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
At the 18-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, pick your game up.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Bengals 10.
Ready. Move ready.
Mike, 44. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
3, 3.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Why?
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Check. Fresno.
Let's go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. It's a foot race. 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on. Sunday.
Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, let's get it to Burger.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, Jacksonville.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Fournette running right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And a Jaguar first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Running it here with Peyton. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
61, matchbox, lights.
Give me some. Give me some.
Mostert fighting him off. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
They'll toss it to Fournette. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Change to stop.
Check 99. Check 99.
Go.
Again, it's Fournette. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Watch the slant.
Right. 57. Mike, 57.
Let's go.
Now.
Keep moving, boys. Keep moving.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Is the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this will be a win.